How to manifest big things quickly. Hey, Scott Haug here, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about you manifesting those big things, the dream home, the dream cars, the dream income, whatever it is for you that you want to manifest that's quote unquote big. Now, really, what is big anyways, right? What I consider big in my life for dreams and different things might not be big to you, or vice versa. What I'm dreaming of might be huge compared to what you're dreaming of. We want to understand that when we're trying to manifest anything, if we're already calling it big, if you will, we're going to already start to put tough frustration into the equation. And we want to remember manifestation is an energy game. So let's start from the first fundamental, and we're going to go through each of them in a row. You definitely want to listen to this video, jot down some notes as you're going, because that's the way to apply all of this great material. And by the end of this video, you're going to get more than enough to start manifesting anything that you want to that's big, and you're going to start bringing that into your life faster and faster. Before we do, for accountability, go ahead and put in the comments below the thing that you want that's big and put it into the present tense. I just now manifested blank, and comment that below, okay? Because these videos are useless if you're not applying them, right? And we want to change your consciousness. So go ahead in the comments below, I just now manifested blank, and put something that you think is big, an amount of money, a dream home, dream thing, whatever it is, okay? So do that first and foremost. Now let's go through fundamental number one, and we already discussed it just a bit. Big and small aren't really big and small, right? If I said you want to manifest, or I want to manifest a condo that has 2,000 square feet, right? Now that might be big. You might have never done anything like that before, but why are we calling it big? Because our thinking is making it big. It's called relativity, right? So maybe I've always lived in small apartments that are less than 1,000 square feet, kind of in the middle of the city or away from town, or whatever it is, that's a little cheaper in price, right? But then when it comes to more expensive, it might be 5 times the cost, 5 times the space, or at least double the space in this example, right? Our mind starts to think this thing is big, right? And fundamental number two, after we start thinking whether things are big and small, fundamental number two is once we think something is big, we almost always associate it with harder to do, takes more time to do, right? And all of these different emotions also associate with that, right? So as soon as I think it's big, I feel, wow, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of work, whatever that is. And then fundamental number three, if I'm already thinking it's big, I'm already feeling like it's going to be really hard. Fundamental number three is I'm going to manifest circumstances that prove that this is a difficult scenario. It's a difficult situation to attract the dream home, to attract the dream income. It's going to feel like everything is against me. And that's how manifestation goes, right? Because if I'm thinking and feeling it, I ultimately am sending that energy out, and that's what I'm beginning to attract through the bridge of happenings, or we call the bridge of instance. We're going to line up circumstances that attract to us to prove the energy that we just sent out. So how do we start manifesting big things? We just got to do basically the opposite. Number one is, instead of thinking this thing is big, make it small. Now, if you're doing this dream home that you want, compare it to something much larger, not the smaller version that you've already experienced. Okay, so compare it to like a 10,000 square foot mansion sitting on a waterfront that is massively expensive, and maybe it's $40 million, $30 million, okay? That compared to your condo that you want that's 2,000 square feet, it's pretty small in comparison to this gigantic mansion that is very, very pricey that's on the water. You see what happens there? So immediately we start thinking the thing that we want is small. Maybe you want to earn $1 million in a year, right? Or maybe just your first 6 figures, $100,000 in a year, right? Make that number look small by thinking, well, $100 million in a year is way harder than just $100,000 in a year, right? So instead of comparing based on my life past experiences and memories, right? If I've only earned $20,000 in a year and I want to earn my first 6 figures, It seems so far-fetched. It seems 5 times my income. How's that going to happen? Where's it going to come from? When's it going to even happen? Right? All those self-limiting thoughts and questions. Instead, compare it to something you have not experienced. Compare it to something way out there. You're going to start thinking the thing that you want is very small in comparison to this gigantic thing. Remember, fundamental number 2 is feeling it. So you're going to start to feel it's easier automatically by changing your thinking. You're going to start to feel, well, in comparison to $100 million, 6 figures is quite easy, right? So we start to feel easier about the big thing. We start to put it into a different perspective. It's going to start to lighten up the feeling, right? And then fundamental number 3, you're going to start to attract scenarios and circumstances that prove the thing that you desire is actually quite small. Great thing for fundamental number 3 is get, a magazine or a vision board of some sort, right? And actually print out what you want, and then print out something that's 100 times bigger, okay? So again, if it's some sort of dream home or whatever it is, go ahead and print out an example of what you want, put it on your vision board, or if you don't have a vision board, that's fine, just post it up on your wall, okay? Then take another real estate property, whatever that is, a huge mansion that's gigantic and enormous, and also put that right next to it. Now, you're not going to manifest that right away. As we're putting on the vision board, it doesn't mean everything you're going to put on there is going to happen right away by any means, okay? But what you're going to do, and then you want to look at that every day and you want to compare them. This thing is very small and easy compared to this thing. And you want to do this every day for 30 days straight, because it's going to get your mind wrapped around the ideas that it's possible for me to do this thing. It's small, it's easy in comparison to the bigger things in life. See what kind of goes on there? So again, you're playing a different comparison game rather than most people in their imagination are doing that vision board, right, in imagination, and they're comparing this thing that they now have to the thing that they want, and they're feeling really down and out about it. Now, how do we manifest anything? Manifestation is happening all the time, 24/7. You manifested this video. You manifested what you're going to have for lunch or dinner or whatever time of day it is for you later, okay? You're going to manifest that. You're manifesting circumstances. You're manifesting conversations. You're manifesting happenings and events and things taking place. Everything in one form or another is manifestation. Some are desired manifestations and other are not desired manifestations, right? So that's the only difference there, empowering and disempowering manifestations. So since we're always manifesting things all the time, it's really based on our energy. Everything is energy around us, including our being, who we are, a spiritual being, living in this physical body with a mind, right? That's who we are at the core level. So if I'm going to manifest anything, I need to actually put that out in my imagination. I need to impress my imagination with what we call an end scene, as if I already had the thing I want, right? And since I have that thing in my imagination, I feel it to be true today. And since I feel the presence of the thing, I literally go out there and boom, activate it. As I activate the thing that I want, all moving pieces, the universe cooperates with me, co-creates with me to place little things here and there, or big things, whatever it is, on my path to finally experience the thing that I've been seeing in my imagination. Because once you see it and activate it and feel it in your imagination, it drops in a subconscious mind, which is connected to the universal side of you, and things will start to unleash, things will start to begin. So no need to ask yourself, how's the big thing going to come? When's the big thing going to come? Or where's the big thing going to come from? You just want to stay in total faith and belief by seeing it in your mind, feeling it today, and doing that comparison game with something much larger, okay? Now, this is going to have a profound effect on your life. Every client that I give this to, immediately within 30 days, they start to see changes. Now, every one of my clients and members, do they always, go out there and manifest this huge thing that quickly in 30 days? No, but they see evidence of things moving in that direction. They might see randomly somebody talking, hey, this property just got available, how cool is this, right? So they're starting to attract conversations. They start to attract new money-making opportunities to have them save the money to get the property, right? All these little moving pieces start to go in motion, and that's what you're looking for. Don't look for perfection. Don't look for the thing only. Look for progress. As long as you're making progress on the big thing that you want, you are ultimately moving forward towards that energetically, and it's moving towards you energetically, not physically, okay? Energetically, and it comes together and finally, boom, it happens. happened for me in the wonderful condo that we live in today. It is a magical place, right? And my partner and I, my girlfriend and I, what we did is sit down and we visualized it, and we're there. And you know, it's comparing those huge properties that we were looking at as well. Comparison, this one's actually quite small, okay, in comparison. So you want to do that as well. I found the profound impact in my life and all my clients I've gotten into, all the hundreds of people I've worked with. Do it for yourself as well. It's going to make total sense. The energy that starts to transfer, it starts to move forward. All right. Again, make sure you have your comment in, or you have your activation in the comments below. Make sure you throw a like on the video as well, because it's just going to activate more and more good in your life, more and more good in the world as we send this out to more people. All right. So try it out. Let me know in the comments below all of your evidences of things moving forward in the next 30 days as well, and you'll see the magic that starts to unfold.